welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And today on the show, we're going to put stuff in water.
That's always a good thing.
I always love putting stuff in water.
We're going to dunk technology into water, in fact.
I want the blood bubbles too.
Great, now we have to replace the water.
Delicious. All right, so we're going to put stuff in the water.
Yeah, we're going to talk about actually submersible cameras. You know, you may have heard of waterproof cameras. We're going to talk a little bit about what that actually means.
Yeah, water resistant versus waterproof.
Water resistant, weather resistant, waterproof, all of those different sort of gradients on this scale to waterproof, and just exactly how to keep them safe and what it looks like.
Fantastic. So we can dunk stuff in water, gadgets in water. That's today on Lab Rats. Stay with us. We'll be back after this message.
If a gorilla was the new Camtasia Studio 5, it would be leaner, it would be meaner, and it wouldn't steal your bananas. The new Camtasia Studio 5, screencasting software that's better than a gorilla. Download it at www.techsmith.com.
So I'm kind of excited about this because, first of all, I think I tend to drop things in water a lot.
Yes.
Like the toilet.
Yes.
I do. You know, it's like, you go to the bathroom, you do the unzip, and all of a sudden, bloop,
you can laugh, but this happens a lot. Cell phones, no waterproof cell phones yet, as far as I'm aware, but yeah, a lot of people dunk their technology. But, for a more practical reason, we're not going to get waterproof cameras because people are going to be dunking it in the toilet.
Are they pee-proof?
I don't know.
It's a reasonable question. Isn't it a reasonable question?
I suppose it's a reasonable question.
All right. Okay, so...
I'm not sure about how the chemical properties of one's pee-pee would affect the casing on these waterproof cameras.
Yes, uric acid, right?
They're waterproof.
Let's try it at the end. Let's test it at the end.
All right. Sorry, Olympus. We're going to have to...
pee on your cameras.
Yeah, we're going to pee on the cameras.
All right.
Well, this episode's off to a great start.
So so these things are advertised as what? Water resistant, waterproof?
These ones are waterproof. So so for people that want to go to the beach or to the lake and they want to be able to take pictures without worrying that they're going to get damaged in the water, you can actually wander into the surf, or even if just you're in a boat and you want to be able to take some pictures without worrying about getting it dunked. So the main difference that we have to worry about here is weatherproof versus water-resistant versus waterproof. Okay. We're going to put a link in our show notes that sends you to some of the various grades. The International Electromechanical Commission, I believe it's called. They have this rating called IPXX.
Oh, it's P in there.
There is P in there. That's the form of it, and the first X is replaced by a number that indicates resistance to dust, and the second one indicates resistance to water. So this is for anything that's electrical that's going to be around these two things. And the top level on these two are 7 and 8, and these are the two you want to think about when you're talking about waterproofing. I mean, this will be in the specification, so don't worry about this too much right now. But for it to be waterproof, it needs to be 7, which will take you down to about 1 meter. Or
3 feet.
Which is about 3 feet, so that'll be good for the tub, maybe. But if you want to go into the deep end of the pool or into the lake or scuba diving, you want to get something that's at least an 8 rating, which will take you down to about 10 meters.
So can you see this on when you buy a gadget? Can you see this on like a rating on the specifications?
It will usually be on the specifications, so it'll either say IPX7 or IPX8, or it'll say JIS rating, and that's Japanese International Standard, something like that. And it uses the same coding, so it'll be 7 or 8 on that. So that'll do it, but usually the good manufacturers will put a rating on the box to say how far down you could go and how long it'll go underwater as well. So there's two parts of that equation: how deep you can take it and how long you can keep it underwater, because after that it'll start to seep into the seals.
Right, okay, good.
So we've actually got a camera here. It's the Olympus Stylus 1030 SW. This is a waterproof camera. This one will go down to about 10 meters, and it'll go down there for a couple of hours even.
Well, so here you go. So 10 meters as a certified diver, on the first level, you typically are certified to 10 meters yourself, right? And you tend not to dive longer than an hour for reasons, actually it's nitrogen in your system and that sort of thing, as well as tank capacity as well. So it would make sense that for recreational scuba diving, that 10 meters would be good enough.
Yeah, so this should be perfectly fine for that, and definitely if you're just going to the beach, this will be more than good enough. 1 meter, a bit iffy, because 1 meter comes to about here. I'm not very good at figuring that scale out.
Yeah.
But
you're about 6-ish, right? Just shy of 6 feet.
Yeah, so if you go into the deep end of the pool and you take it down to the bottom, well, you're host. It's basically water's going to get into it. So one of the ways that they waterproof it is they make all of the seals around the outside. They have membranes to keep the water out. But the places that open like this, they actually have special seals on here that also keep it out. And this is the reason why you have to have that time rating on there, why you can only take it in for so long, because wherever there's these seals here, they're good enough to hold water back for about that long, but then it starts trickling in, and then you can start getting corrosion inside.
Right. Don't forget, as the deeper you get, the more pressure there is actually.
Exactly.
So the idea is that that's going to hold for a certain amount of time under certain pressures.
Yeah, and that's, again, the reason for the IPX7 and IPX8. The seals on there are good for that level of pressure as well. And once you go beyond that depth, then it'll just basically push past that.
Yeah.
So,
okay, good.
So then you got to just make sure that these things are all sealed.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to dunk.
Put it in the water.
So this is a fully functional camera. We're going to get it onto
It's a camcorder, right? Or what is it?
This one right here is a camera, and it does both audio, both photographs and video.
Okay, so it's like a standard digital camera with video function?
Right.
Right, okay, and how much in megapixels?
This one's 10 megapixels. So this one's really, really a good still camera, even when you're outside of water.
Okay, good.
But then you do this, and this is going to make a lot of people cringe, but you just, there you go. And now we should be taking a look at my hand over there on the screen, and or something like that.
Right.
So let's turn this around for a little bit while it's underwater. And we're going to shoot our cameraman, Matt, who's a little bit distorted.
He's always distorted.
And then we can see that's him on the back. There he is.
I think, sort
wow.
of. Ish.
Matt, that's what you would look like from a fish perspective.
So
Nice.
it's distorted and then distorted again. But you see, it's actually dripping water here. It has been submerged, and it's still perfectly fine. Now, you wouldn't want to do this with your regular camera, because it would get into all of the little nooks and crannies that are sort of loose in a regular camera.
Yeah, right.
Now, from a safety perspective,
Try it.
the one thing that's really important to talk about here is it's now out of the water, but you don't want to open it right away.
No.
Because, again, you want to let it dry out a little bit after you've gotten this, because otherwise the water will get into all of the
right, components.
insides.
Okay, so you want to air dry it, blow dry it.
Yeah, and just generally leave it for a safe amount of time, like half hour is usually pretty good.
Well, good. Next one.
Right. So now this one right here is...
Sorry. Keep going.
This one right here is the Sanyo Exacti E1 W. W for water.
Okay.
And it's the same sort of thing, except I don't know whether you've seen Sanyo's other recent cameras like this that do high definition.
I saw them at CES this year, the Consumer Electronics Show.
Right. So this isn't the same form factor as those. Same form factor as some of their earlier standard definition ones before.
Right.
This is really set up as a video camera, and I'll flip this around. And there we have our man Matt shooting. So, so this one right here on the back here, you've got 2 buttons here, one for photo and one for video. I think that's photo and that's video, if I remember correctly. And what you can do is you just press one or the other. So you can take a picture of my chest.
Picture. Oh.
Well, and now we're recording video. So let's actually record the dunk here. Now again, same sort of deal. You just dunk it in there.
Just it gives me the creeps.
I know it's. This is the one thing about this is it feels wrong submerging your technology in the water.
But hey,
but you can do it. And we can just leave it in there. I mean, we don't
just record upside down.
And we'll just record upside down. I think we're recording our man Mo now. This one is rated for 1.5 meters depth, so this one is a little bit less ready to go deep down. So
yeah, this is scuba diving. Well, not even scuba diving. I mean, sorry, snorkeling. You have to be careful because you can go deeper.
Right, so you want to make sure that you don't take it any deeper than it's rated. And if you're unsure, get one that's rated for deeper. You might pay a tiny bit more money for something like that, but it's well worth it, I think.
This is the hot tub depth.
It's the hot tub.
Hot tubs are up to here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with this. Some of which are safe for the family. Some of which are not.
Should we simulate a hot tub?
No.
Come on. Does that help? No? Thanks. Oh yeah, don't forget that we have, see look at this, I have Grow a Girlfriend too. This is submersible. So you want to put this in here?
Yeah, maybe she can run the camera while it's in there.
All right, let's see that, Matt?
Very nice.
Grow a Girlfriend. So this is somebody said, Andy, it's so sad that you're single right now. So I'm going to get you a girlfriend. And
Hint,
so,
ladies, hint.
hint, ladies, yeah. So this is my girlfriend, and her name is Sheila. And she's about to get bigger. Ready? Bloop.
Well, we'll let her grow for a while.
Okay.
And hopefully she won't crowd out the camera. But anyways, I guess that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
It works. Make sure it doesn't stay in longer than necessary, and make sure it doesn't go any deeper than necessary.
I want to ask you, but what is water resistant then?
Water resistant. It would be IPX6, I think. So it can stand jets shooting at it. This is the Stylus series from Olympus had one of these that came out a while back when the Stylus first came out. They were weather resistant, water resistant. Basically, you can take them out in the rain. So if you shoot jets of water at it in the official testing and it survives that, then it's fine. But
Can I demonstrate that? Jets of water?
If you must.
Oh, water resistant?
A bit.
Sean's water resistant. There you go. All right, well, thanks. Let's take a break now. When we come back, we have your pictures and Sean with a towel. So during the break, Matt had a question, and that is, okay, so this is fresh water,
Yes.
right? What about salt water?
Well,
Should we find out?
everything I understand, these things are designed to take. I don't know whether it would be that much salt, but they're designed to resist
Your poor girlfriend.
a regular amount. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to affect your girlfriend.
Sheila, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so most of the casings on these are designed to resist a little bit of salt in addition to regular water. Because
Okay,
you'd
good.
assume that people would be taking these into the ocean.
And there's salt in pea, so it's probably, pea is pea resistant after all.
Yeah, there's more than just salt and pea.
Well, yellow food coloring? I don't know. Oh, well, anyway, there you go. It's just a theory. We don't know everything. Okay, so while that happens, and
She hasn't really grown
I
very much.
know, I
I think
think
you probably permanently stunted her
it
growth.
says grows 600% of its size, which is nice.
Yes, but how long? In about 12 years?
24 hours. No, 72 hours.
72 hours.
Okay, well,
I guess, well,
we'll keep her going.
yeah, next episode you'll see what she looks
Yeah, we'll bring it back. All right, good. So let's look at pictures, shall we?
Yes, but first, we have picture time music.
Oh, yay!
So just pretend you're hearing it right now.
Picture time, it's picture time.
Who did that?
It's picture
That's one of our fans.
Who? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Well, it was a guy who said, hey, I've done this for you guys, and I play some stuff, and I'm musical. So thank you, guy who made it a thing,
Yeah, you
and
see,
we love it.
I write down almost everything I need
You
to,
didn't
for
write that
picture
down.
time, but I didn't
We'll
write
put his
that
name
down.
right
But yeah,
here, 'cause we'll figure it out.
You'll be captioned.
The caption-
Fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
That's right, very good. Well, thanks for that.
But
Can I-
keep the themes coming.
Keep
though,
the things
too.
coming. Yeah, we
So,
like it. I like a little more upbeat kind of deal. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's picture time. It's picture time. You know.
And a bit quicker too.
That was a bit mellow.
It was very slow and it took its time, but this is a picture time, picture time. Okay,
All right.
and then we're on with it.
Good.
Mine, we just took like more time explaining that than the theme was. So,
It's okay. Thank you for your contribution. It's fabulous.
all right.
All right.
So we do have pictures, in fact.
It is picture time indeed.
It is picture time.
Right.
So we have. Now I apologize for this one. This one is back from a while back. I promised you that we'd get to all your pictures, so just wait because we tape these in batches. This one took a little bit longer than I expected because it got lost in my mailbox. This is from Sabina, who's in Shanghai, and this is actually a couple of photographs that she's taken around Shanghai.
Oh, neat. Look, it's the Chinese CN Tower.
It is. It's got a big ball in the middle.
I'm going to touch that one. Okay.
This from the
Moving
guy
on.
who's been talking about pee the entire episode.
Oh, who's
so-
the pretty girl?
This right here, our viewer Mike from North Carolina sent this photograph of his daughter.
Oh, she's beautiful.
There's actually a mini story attached to this. She actually goes over with a program, a youth program, to various places around the world, and she was in Australia for a while. And he was wondering how to keep in touch with her. He was wondering, do I buy a disposable cell phone for her at the other end and do it that way? Well, that can get expensive fairly quickly.
Sure.
And then we did our episode on, or we did one of our CS episodes where we were talking about the Skype phones, the dual-use Skype and regular cellular phone.
Right.
I talked to the folks at Skype about that, and he saw that and thought, maybe this is the answer
work,
to that.
yeah.
And so he thought, yeah, we'll try that.
So is that what? So you went off to Australia. She took that with her.
I'm not sure whether that's what
Oh, that
they
was the
eventually
plan.
went with. That was the
Okay,
plan.
very
So let us know, Mike, if that worked, and
Right.
if you did were able to get a hold of that. I don't know whether they had rolled them out quite yet in Australia by the time that she went down. But there we go. So that's a good story.
And what's her name?
You know what? I'm not sure. He
Oh.
didn't send it along.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, well, thanks, Mike, and thank you for sending a picture of your daughter. She's lovely. She's really cute. All right.
And another photograph. This is Mohammed, and he's a Linux administrator in Jordan, in the Middle East.
Oh, wow.
And this is his setup, and I believe he would like to see more Linux.
There you go. A little story about me and Jordan. I actually write a gadget column in the Royal Jordanian Airlines magazine called Royal Wings. So, Mohammed, next time you are on that flight, check that out, because there may be something in there by me. Fun, huh? Me, Jordan, you. Fun. Okay.
That was awesome.
All right. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
2 pictures. All right. Well, thank you so much this week for downloading us. It's been great. A reminder to go check out labrats.tv. If you've never been to the website before and you download us via iTunes, come see us at labrats.tv. We have show notes and we have forums to it, cyberwalker.com/forums. And if you want to get hold of us and send us a note, you can email.
Feedback@labrats.tv.
All right. Anything else to add?
I think your girlfriend's dead.
Well, we'll see. We'll see next show.
She's face down and she's
Sheila, I
not
love
moving.
you. I love you, Sheila. Okay. All right, well, we'll keep tabs on her. Thank you for downloading this week. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
We'll see you next time. Sheila. Sheila.
Give her mouth to mouth.
Now we're recording video, so let's actually record the dunk here. Now again,
One thing about this is it feels wrong submerging your technology in the water.